Now, recently you wrote an article about the importance of climate change and what you're trying to do about it. What is your idea of how we can tackle the climate change problem?
Well, we actually are very concerned that the larger global effort to fight climate change is missing a major focus on developing and emerging economies. The reality is if all of the wealthy countries, the United States, Europe, China, live up to the policies they've already committed to, then 75% of all future emissions will come from 81 countries that today are classified as housing more than 3 billion people that live in energy poverty. And right now, we're on path to provide those people with electricity and energy through coal, heavy fuel oil, natural gas, and other sources of power that will continue to drive emissions. We're trying to change that pathway for those billions of people to focus much more on renewables.
I've often thought that one of the problems with climate change and getting people to do it is that the benefits are not going to be felt in your lifetime. Most likely your great-great-great-grandchildren will see the benefits of what we do now, and it's hard to get people to change their conduct for their great-great-great-grandchildren. How are you going to solve that problem? How are you going to get people to really care about reducing the use of carbon?
Well, David, I'll tell you, we're seeing the impacts in communities we work in around the world right now. And the reality is we've already seen downward pressure on agricultural output in Africa and parts of India and Latin America that are increasing the number of people who are hungry and the number of communities that are threatened. We're already seeing tremendous changes to coastal communities, whether it's in Bangladesh or in South America, that are reducing people's livelihoods and access to fisheries and sources of protein. And we're already seeing women working in salt flats, I was with them just last winter, working in extreme heat in India, and some even perishing through trying to make $1 a day or $2 a day doing backbreaking work in 110, 112 degree weather. So this is a crisis that's affecting people, especially vulnerable people and poorer communities right now, which is why the foundation is so focused on fighting climate change.
And you're putting a large number of your resources and personnel into this effort?
Absolutely. In fact, we're all in on addressing climate change. And we, as an institution founded originally on the resources that came from Standard Oil, we've divested of fossil fuels in our endowment. We're making a commitment to run our operations in a net zero manner by 2040. And we're very committed to making sure our partnerships help change the trajectory of climate change, especially in developing countries.